I truly wish that Microsoft would have waited maybe a few more years, maybe start off the next generation, at least trying to, sell your consoles and have exclusives and things like that. I don't even think people would have cared if every Bethesda and every Activision game stayed multi-plat, if you would have kept your core games there. But, as it is, nobody really knows. But anyway, this news really goes to show, and I was kind of right in what I was saying all along. So now we have a case where Indiana Jones and Hellblade 2 are winning like Best Graphics of the Year awards. I mean, they're beating out PlayStation for the first time in a long time in these categories. The way that these games are presented, the game presentation is just beyond amazing. And now there's stuff like this. I mean, there's a hunger there for for Xbox, and I think if Microsoft wouldn't have shot themselves in the foot, they would really be in a tremendous position right now. And the fact that they're not is kind of their own fault a bit. But maybe something can happen from this. Maybe they can use this and go, see, look, if we do something that's that fans want, it leads to good things. And I think that's probably what they need to continue to do, to make sure that gamers have things to play. The gamers all want amazing games. They want games that look great. They want games that play great. They realistically just want games that are fun. And I think like Indiana Jones kind of finally nailed that and gets Microsoft the respect that they need, and this could lead to some good things. Let's get started. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel. It means a lot to me personally. I really do appreciate that. I'm looking for likes on the videos. If you want to subscribe, that would be excellent. I do daily gaming content. Not everybody does that, but I do have fun with it, and if it's something that you enjoy, then please let me know. Like the videos, all that kind of stuff. So I would certainly appreciate it. And see if that's what you guys are into. So gaming is always fun. But anyway, Indiana Jones, huge game, and it looks like, according to this, Disney wants more Indiana Jones titles after the massive hype brought in by the Great Circle. Disney apparently wants more adaptations of the highly popular Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, as revealed by Jez Gordon. It looks like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle have done enough to impress Disney, so the studio now wants to develop more titles based on the IP. Machine Games, the developer behind the adaptation, have done a great job mimicking the original Indiana Jones movie with a Great Circle, which has been reflected in the title's popularity over the internet as well. Disney picked up the phone and wants more Indiana Jones, implying that there are more adventures for the gaming incarnation of Indiana on the way. Which, I feel like that's good. Microsoft doesn't really have the, these type of franchises the way that other companies have, and I know that this is like a multi-platform thing, but maybe they change the next one, man. Maybe they realize that, hey, we could have done a good job of pushing our hardware, we could have done this, we could have done that. If you make the games, like, I disagree wholeheartedly with Phil Spencer's sentiment that that you can't sell hardware with great games. Right? I think maybe just one game alone won't, but even that's hard to say, because Halo really pushed hardware for a long time on Xbox, right? Like, people see Halo and then they bought an Xbox, right? So really, it's hard to say that it doesn't sell hardware. I honestly think that it does, and I think if Microsoft just would have waited, right? And I stick by this. If they just would have waited and played out this generation, have a great 2025 and the 2026, whatever the case may be. I don't know that they're going to go jump into the next gen early or whatever, like there's been rumors to or whatever, but I do feel like 2025 is going to finally be that year that everybody is just like, whoa, the Xbox is on the map here. And I get that not all that stuff is exclusive. Obviously Doom and the Outer Worlds 2, those games are not going to be exclusive, whatever the case may be. But, you could still have something in there that's going to get people amped up about your platform, and it's nice to see that this is something we could be seeing more Indiana Jones. And when they did something well, that's fantastic. So the main reason Indiana Jones and the Great Circle have seen such a massive success, at least in terms of how the title turned out, is that Machine Games has a lot of experience with first-person titles, notably the Wolfenstein games. This is why they nailed the game and transitioning into various scenarios. the visuals are kind of a treat, to say the least. And I'll link this article in the description, you can see it. I did in a previous video, I talked about how it won like graphics of the year and things like that, which is phenomenal if you think about it. I mean, who would expect an Xbox game of all games to win graphics of the year, especially since people weren't super stoked about the graphics to begin with, right? Like, believe it or not, I know people don't want to believe that, but it's 100% true. People really did not think that was a graphically good game. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the honest truth. I feel like that's something that people need to kind of realize, is that now they're capable of doing great looking games that look amazing, and that's going to be something that helps people maybe pick an Xbox next time. Like I said, if they would have just stuck with this plan for a little bit, it would have been awesome. Not only this, but the title has excelled at replicating the lore of the original movie character, which has resulted in nothing but positive feedback for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Even this review says it's the best game dedicated to Indiana Jones, which seems to be the consensus among critics and fans alike. While information around the future of Indiana Jones series is uncertain, we can be optimistic about the franchise's development now that Disney is interested in getting a proper gaming franchise going. For now, developers' main focus will be on the PlayStation 5 port, which is scheduled to launch in the spring, and the announced DLC, The Order of Giants. By the way, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has been named the Game of the Year at the Gamescom tournament. It received 55% of the votes and dominated other big titles released in 2024, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Elden Ring, which is DLC, by the way, Shadow of the Erd Tree. So yeah, interesting that the Gamescom says our community has spoken. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has officially won our 2024 Game of the Year tournament. Congratulations to Dr. Jones and happy holidays to all. So again, seeing it kind of push boundaries and things like that, I think is awesome. It is tremendous to see that an Xbox game is kind of up there winning these awards. That people are kind of finally starting to take note of some things that Microsoft is doing, and I think that is absolutely incredible to see that happen. So again, we'll see how this kind of works out for Microsoft down the road. It could be something that honestly does wonders for them. We'll see if that is definitely something that can push Xboxes, can push people to maybe want to pick one up down the road. I would hope so. I hope that it would do something for them positively in the future. It's like I said, they've had too many years where things weren't really going their way, and people were kind of making fun of them and things like that. That's just kind of the way that it is. Honestly, it honestly is just one of those things where so many people just kind of look at these things and go, oh well, man, Microsoft really kind of dropped the ball here, and again, like, it's hard to really argue that. At the end of the day, Microsoft has to understand that gamers are super excited for the future of Xbox. Is it going to be kind of a make or break year? I think 2025 is definitely going to prove to be that. It just kind of comes to the idea of, are they going to be ready for it? Are they going to have things to kind of showcase? Are they going to have things that get people excited about the future of gaming? So again, nice to see that they're finally starting to get some flowers there. It is nice to see that that things are kind of happening for a reason, and things are kind of going in a way that gets everybody excited about Xbox. This is probably the first time in a while. I know Indiana Jones isn't a true exclusive, but it's made by an Xbox studio, and it is at least a timed exclusive. So it would have been cool if Microsoft had at least let that kind of people think that it was going to stay on Xbox for a while, regardless. But we'll see what happens. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my content, man. How do you guys feel about Indiana Jones? I haven't beat it yet, but I'm fairly close. It's just been a game that I've certainly enjoyed, and it's a game that I think they really nailed the aesthetic, which is super hard to do. And they went after the movie one. It would have been easy to go like how they do Spider-Man games, and it's not like that particular Spider-Man that we have now, or whatever the case may be. They could have did their own thing, but they really nailed the Harrison Ford early Indiana Jones, and that's something that should be celebrated. So with that being said, thank you guys for rocking out with me. Rack them up, fact them up, crap gamer them up. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.